Well, there's this statement just coming in from the Ghana Individual Bondholders Forum. Convener is Senyo Hosi. They are requesting for the payment of outstanding interest on due bonds following some agreement they had with the finance minister. Good evening to you, sir, and thank you for your time with us here on Eyewitness News. You are, by this statement, reminding the Minister of Finance to honor his obligation or promise to pay all due coupons and principal payments as far as some bonds of yours are concerned. Tell us more.
We've had negotiations with government, and the consensus at the end of our negotiation was that, one, we are going to be free not to participate, and they also gave other conditions for those who want to participate. And he felt that it was necessary to give us an...
Hello, Mr. Hosi. Hello, Mr. Hosi. Sincere apologies there. It seems you're having some challenges with trying to reconnect to Senyo Hosi, convener of the Individual Bondholders Forum, and we'll try to work the lines out and then get back to him. But let me read portions of the statement that they have just issued. It's titled Request for Outstanding Payment on Due Bonds. Well, refer to your affirmation of government commitment to honor all coupon and principal payment due individuals with holdings of bonds not tendered into the domestic debt exchange program. Well, they are reminding the minister that payments of coupons and principal for bonds that matured since the 6th of February to date remain outstanding, and with a DDE deadline of 10th February over. They are trusting that government will be clear in its position to ascertain the total bonds due for payment after the completion of the DDE settlement scheduled for tomorrow, February 14, 2023. Well, Senyo Hosi is back on the line, hopefully better this time around. Mr. Hosi, you were explaining to us why you are asking the finance minister to honor his commitment of paying all bonds that are due for payment.
Okay, so the DDE is officially over. Tomorrow is settlement day. In the government's communication and through that DDE, he actually indicated that bonds that were maturing between the date of the DDE and the settlement date, which is tomorrow, were going to be suspended, and we could understand that for operational reasons. As members of industry, we understand that. But the DDE is now over. Tomorrow is the 14th. With it being the 14th, we expect government to make good on its obligation. The finance minister was categorical that he owes us a legal obligation. But beyond that, government has a policy stand that is going to honor all obligations of individual bondholders who do not participate in the DDE program. So that is the next phase of our advocacy. And we trust the government to make good on its obligation. From tomorrow, after the settlement, it will know the number of people who did not tender in the bonds that matured on the 6th of February, and those that coupons that were also matured as of today. Today, there were some coupons that matured. We just need our money. And I don't think it's a problem. I know they are aware. So this letter went in just to provide a reminder, because we know that government is under a lot of pressure. So we're just reminding them to prepare the payment. Ideally, this payment should be done on the 15th. And we can also understand that there may be operational issues. So we have recommended a certain leeway up to the 17th, and we are hopeful that government would take advantage of this opportunity to re-inject confidence in governance and in the financial system. A lot of people are in doubt of government's honest dealing, honest commitment, but we are hoping and expecting the government to honor its obligations. So they should take advantage of this to really establish confidence in the activities of the finance ministry.
Well, government is under a lot of pressure. Is it therefore something for me to ask you that will government be able to honor its obligations because of the kind of difficulties it has faced with this whole domestic debt exchange program?
Oh, I don't see why. The domestic debt exchange, we've had news that there's been quite some significant progress, whether it's 63%, it's 86%, it has saved government a lot of money. It is not the money due investors, individual bondholders, be it pensioners or whoever, be it any parents, single mothers, anyone around, that's going to really create problems with for government's fiscal stance as we look at. government has the capacity. In fact, the finance minister said the more people come in, the easier it will be for him to honor the obligation. And a lot of people have come in. The banks, the central banks, have stepped in the gap for all of us. So I think that everything is right for him to make good on its obligation. And we are going to be engaging. We are partners in this project to turn around Ghana. So they start with them honoring the obligations and empowering the citizenry to have confidence in the sector and invest in the sector.
Failure for the government to honor its obligation tomorrow, what is going to be the option left for you as individual bondholders?
Okay, first of all, let's situate this thing properly. Legally, government has 15 days to somewhat delay its period, its payment on principal, and 30 on coupon. I don't think government intends to officially default. Neither do we expect government to also vary its norm of operation. That has really inspired confidence in it all these years. Government has been prompt. The last 2 times they have not been prompt only because of the DD organization, and there's an operational reason for it. Even in that, we acknowledge that government did not default. So we expect government to get back to its routine of doing things and honoring these obligations on time. After tomorrow, they will know the people who are outstanding, and we are not much. So let's just try and make sure we just avoid any unnecessary brouhaha, unnecessary strife amongst the same citizenry that we seek to serve by delaying their payments any further. We trust the government will do the right thing, and it must do the right thing for the good of Ghana.
Well, I put this question before Dr. Anani Enchi. Tomorrow, the finance minister will be announcing the final terms of the domestic debt exchange program. What really are your expectations as individual bondholders?
Okay, I'm not too sure whether it is terms or the outcome of the program. And I think it's rather more the outcome that he may be announcing, because there are no new terms that are coming up. Yeah, the terms were brought in through the DDE, and it is over. What we always argued was that we did not expect to be punished for holding our old bonds. That's why we're first talking about exemption. The minister told us that I'm giving you the opportunity to self-exempt, but also give an opportunity to participate if you want to. If you want to. But if you decide not to participate, I will not punish you. I will pay you. Well, that representation is already grounded in law. And that is what we stand on. But outside of that, it's also the fact that it is great to also know that it's grounded in the policy frame of the managers of the policy space. So that is fine. We expect our money to be paid. Tomorrow, we'll clap for government for whatever is achieved, trying to save government some expenditure within the year. But we'll also remind them, as we have done through this letter, that you have obligations to honor, which is very critical to the resuscitation of our economy. So just simply pay the individual bondholders who did not participate. Those who participated, that one they have participated, that is their right. Those who did not, is also our right. Please, just pay us and let's go. This matter is not long